On today's episode, if you catch your partner masturbating, lend a hand. Don't let your married sister sleep with your date. And honesty is the best policy, unless you need to lie. So take that shit to the grave on Advice Unfiltered. I love that. Welcome to Advice Unfiltered with Tony Rodriguez and Christopher David on episode 13.
Episode 13.
13, bro.
It's a lucky number for us. You know what I mean? Even, funny enough, Ela left the house today and my wife was like, she's like, oh, have fun. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to shoot 13. She's like, it's been 13 weeks.
13,
and I'm like, we're on fire, baby.
Yeah, man, this girl said it the best. She goes, that's a whole season of a TV show.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. I never even thought about that.
There. Yeah, we did 12 episodes. It was a whole season, man. So we're starting season 2.
Yes.
Right?
We're on season. We're actually, the funny thing is, in a really good way, a lot of people, now that we're having regulars and questions, it's interesting for the people who've been with us for a long time. And I say long time, it's like 13 weeks for the whole season. The people who've been with us, and everybody's like, it's great to see how much better you guys have gotten, which we joke about all the time. We're gonna look back on this in a year and be like, what the fuck? We are so.
What are we doing?
But we're having fun. So that and we appreciate all of you. So
yeah, no, it's definitely a growing experience.
So a couple updates as we get started as always. First off, blankets. I did not forget they are ordered. That is correct.
Way.
So what I did is I got one of you and I got one of me.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got a calendar from one of my calendar shoots.
Nice.
So we have two and wait till you see
so
it.
You can get a Tony blanket too.
I CGI'd the Advice Unfiltered logo onto our bodies as tattoos.
That's fucking awesome.
So it's because otherwise they wouldn't allow because it's copywritten. So we have 2 blankets. They're being delivered to my house on Friday.
Really?
So next episode.
I don't even know what did you pick? Wait, I don't even know what picture you put me on there. Yeah, I know nothing. Let's backtrack this. Let's backtrack just people who knew.
Yes.
Right? So this lady, was it Kate?
No, it was Anita from the Netherlands.
Anita from the Netherlands.
Yes. Great merch idea.
Great. Tony thinks it was a great merch idea.
Wait. It wasn't just look, we couldn't do everything she wanted.
Yes.
But she really thought it out.
Planned it, so she wanted a blanket that she could have with me on it.
So she said that she could lay on you or under you, which by the way was great. And then on top of it, she said, can you guys on one of those Hallmark greeting cards, can you guys put the voice recorder and I can play inspirational, motivational quotes from Chris? I believe in you. I believe in the best in you. And the other one was, go fucking do it.
Go fucking do it.
I love our followers.
Our
followers are the best.
Yeah, so Tony decided that was a great idea.
Yes.
And decided to make a blanket. So I know nothing about.
I know you. Nothing makes me happier than when Chris, people ask me all the time. I have people come up to me and they're like, you guys are so good together. How do you do? And I go, it's so easy. I'm like, each of us stay right in our own lane. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chris, all you guys who follow Chris, his following is fucking amazing. All the people he interacts with. And every time I turn around, another country's following you. It's fucking unbelievable.
Right into crazy?
It's unbelievable. So nuts. It's so unbelievable. And then I've been in marketing for 20 something years. So anytime I get an ability to use AI or come up with an idea. So when I see something, I get so excited because I go, Chris doesn't know.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
I get to do it.
So listen, let's put this out there for everybody. When the blankets come in, I'm going to be just as shocked what's on it as you are.
It. And that's the best part because you're such a good sport about it. So I had to do it because I know for sure that whatever your followers are going to go crazy at getting a blanket of you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we have a competition for the blankets.
Yes. So we will talk to. So next week we'll actually have them here. We'll show them, and it's going to be one of those share, subscribe contests for them.
I don't want to see it until we do it here.
No, I'm not showing you. It's going to be like an unveiling.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
That's so funny. Who would have thought that there'd be a blanket with you and me on it?
Oh,
that somebody would want that.
Number 2, I cannot tell you the amount of requests I have now for pre-orders for the calendar.
Are you serious?
Unbelievable.
Really?
Yes. So I was like, all right, wait, guys, we won't shoot it for a couple months. So we're not going to take pre-orders for the calendar yet. But I promise you, we'll probably, it's sometime as we go into the summer, fall. Well, you know, the way that you do these things, if you do them right, is because we have so many seasons here in Jersey, you know, you start putting them on the calendar. You just over weeks, you know, you add photos, you create the calendar. But we will let you know. It's going to drop for the holidays for sure. And, but yeah, I cannot tell you how many people are like, that's great. I'm pre-ordering. Don't care how much. Let me know how to get it. So, yeah. So that was awesome.
So blankets and calendars coming soon to you.
And
the house near you.
Yes. And I have to put the last one out there because I probably can find it, but someone gave me the in out for our action figures.
No, really?
A couple people wrote me and were like, I bet you someone can 3D print them. And I never thought about it, but that's absolutely what somebody can do.
Yeah.
So if you in the audience know anyone who could 3D print stuff, I will also look because I'm sure I can find somebody. But if nothing else, we will get them 3D printed.
That'd be cool.
Because I want one so bad.
I want to.
I know, isn't that kind of like...
Yeah, I want that. That'd be cool. The action figure would be very cool.
It's the only part of the merch that we'll ever have with us on it that I want one. And I want an action figure.
Listen, since we're talking about, you know, merch and people's things, I got a surprise.
Whoa! Excited.
I actually remembered something.
Oh, yeah!
Guess what I remembered?
Everyone's going to be so excited, but no one's going to be more
Kevin's
excited
pickles.
than Kevin.
Kevin, if you're watching, Kevin, I brought your pickles, bro.
Yes.
Kevin's Crazy Pickles. Go check them out. Kevin's Crazy Pickles.
Kevin.
This flavor here is, what is it? Ginger dill. This is ginger dill, everybody.
Ginger dill?
Ginger dill.
You know what's funny? I have seen, I think he probably...
This is Honey Pot.
Oh, Honey Pot's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Kevin's Crazy Pickles. So, Kevin, I got your back, bro. Here's you, Kevin.
Is that right? Is that enough?
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, we have a lot of, in a good way, we appreciate to support all of you. So our regulars, our customers, people he trains, people we run into. So if someone local gives us something and we really like it,
yeah, we'll give you a shout out.
Kevin's Pickles, baby.
Kevin's Pickles, bro. Kevin's Crazy Pickles.
So we'll leave those. We'll leave Kevin right. Is that right? Yeah, we'll leave Kevin right there.
Kevin right there, right?
So support Kevin. Kevin supports us. So Kevin's been waiting to show us pickles.
Kevin's been waiting 12 episodes for the pickles
really
to come
has.
So episode 13 is your podcast there, Kevin.
I think you told me about Kevin's Pickles, no exaggeration, in the very first episode.
Yeah, it was. It was the very first episode, dude. Yeah, so Kevin's been waiting 12 episodes for his pickles. Good way to keep him watching.
Yes. Yeah, right. Wait. It's like a tease when you're like, oh, we got the answer to your poll. We'll put that at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. That's so funny.
And the last thing is I want to give a big shout out to the Toms River Police Department. We are one of their official sponsors for their golf tournament. Which comes up, I believe, in June or July. It's one of those. But I was telling Chris, it's perfect. We get to sponsor the 18th hole. Yeah. We get to go, and it'd be right after our 18th episode. So, yeah.
So cool, man.
Yeah, we're out there.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yes.
Doing big things.
So, shout out to all those people. And then if anyone from Netflix is watching, I read the thing that you guys are paying people money for video podcasts. So,
hello.
You guys are moving to Red Bank, you know what I mean? So you're putting studios up.
We're right here.
Right here.
Hello. Netflix.
Come find us.
Spotify, Amazon Music, somebody. Hello.
Yes. Well, I just saw, I sent it to you. Netflix is paying $100 million a quarter to podcast people. And I'm like, I'm just saying. You could get us, always get us on the cheap now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be cheap forever.
Exactly. Yeah. Not even cheap now.
Look, we got somebody. They just wrote in, I have a couple of connections with 3D printers. Let me do some checking. Yeah, absolutely. Let me know.
Message him.
We will connect. So I would love nothing more than, by the way, again, I am not telling you. I'm just going to come in and put little action figures on the table just to see your look on your face.
That'd be awesome. I better have clothes on.
Well, you will.
That's what I'm saying. My action figure better have clothes.
There'll be nothing worse than you. No, here's the best thing. I'll make 2 action figures. Mine will be a regular one. You'll take all the clothes off and I'll have you know what I mean? You, I'm going to put a dick on.
Huge schlong.
Huge schlong.
Just hanging down.
Just because I think
it'll be funny.
Then
it'll be fun, and we can sell it.
Does he have a sword? What's in his pocket?
You get to buy the doll.
All right, yeah. So lots of good stuff. So as always, first of all, if you're a new listener, I heard a lot of new people on Chris's TikTok here. So if you're new, this is behind the scenes. We do this every single week. I know we say it all the time, but what we do is we first of all, we take live questions. A lot of the people who are on here live have already submitted questions. So if you've never submitted a question, you go to adviceunfiltered.com. You'll find everything podcast related there, episodes, clips, where to find us. But most importantly, you can submit your questions.
Yes.
So submit your questions
And it makes
there.
you part of the show.
Yes.
Yes. It makes you, the viewer, part of the show.
The viewers are everything for us.
Yes.
So we answer all your questions, the crazy ones, the fun ones, the fitness ones. And I believe it's time to get into some of these.
Yeah, let's find out what people wrote in, man. I'm excited.
There were some
Must have
updates.
sweat my
There
ass
was
off
some,
right now.
bro. There was some like we got some updates. Katie getting the D sent us an update.
Katie made a comment on one of my posts. She was, "Hey, this is Katie the D, not getting the D.
Not getting the
I'm
D.
gonna let Tony know when to get the D."
She wrote to me. She was like, "As soon as I get laid, you two will be the first to know."
That's great.
I love
Great.
it.
I love that we're all in all this together. We're all in this together. Katie, you getting laid.
I love it. So that was a great thing. Patricia, for the last episode, just so you guys know, we hooked her up with some feeds. She actually looked into it, which was great. So somebody needed some help from us, so we helped. See, you are sweating your ass off.
Dude, I am like soaked right now.
So so we did that, which was awesome. And yeah, we got some cool updates. So, but outside that, as always, let's get things started.
Yeah, let's do it.
So coming in from Haiti. So Daphne from Haiti.
What's up,
So we'll start off with some easy ones. Interesting question. She wants to know, real quick, before we get into questions, you brought up something pre-podcast, which I want to touch. This is why I don't like to talk about this stuff. What happened to your son?
Oh. I love my sons. First off, let's brag about my oldest son. He got himself a new car.
Ooh, bought it
Good,
himself?
bro. Yeah, his first car. Yeah, first car.
Yeah, bought it himself.
And he applied it at a bunch of jobs. He's going to definitely get one of them. So I'm very happy for him. Good job.
Oh,
right there.
nice.
Yeah, very happy for that. Very proud of you. And then my youngest son, he's like his father. He doesn't think before he does things. Now, both my kids are like me, but like my oldest son is more sensible, kind of. My youngest son, he just does it. If he can. So like, he asked me to buy him a bag of Dum Dum lollipops. So he didn't want to give them out at school.
Okay.
I didn't see a problem with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something nice to do. Give all the kids lollipops. I used to do that.
I can only imagine what the response.
So, well,
was.
he was giving them on the bus. The bus driver had a shit fit about it. Which I understand. It's a
don't get
bus. He wasn't getting up out of his seat. He was just letting him pass out the bag.
Okay.
But I guess it was like a disruption. The kids were all excited or whatever. And the kid teacher at the bus driver was like, "Give me that bag." And he's like, "No." She's like, "Give me the bag." He's like, "No, my dad bought it. It's his bag. He paid for it. I'm not giving it to you."
Yeah, a little bit.
Right. And he's like, "Explain to me why I have to give it to you." She's like, "Because I said so." He's like, "That's not enough good reason." So they suspended him on the bus. Now, in retrospect, right?
Yeah.
In the broad scheme of things, it's not a big deal.
How many days? Just 3?
Just one.
Just one?
Just
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, just one day.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal what he was doing in his mind, right? He was
Yeah.
just being nice. He was being kind. And the other part of it is disruption of the bus. He should have asked the bus driver, right?
Yeah.
I told him this. It's like you should have asked the bus driver before you did anything. You know what I mean? Is it okay if you hand out the lollipops? Because it might have caused a problem. It was bigger than the situation than you realized, right?
Yeah. Learning lesson.
Yeah, but so then he got suspended on the bus, and freaking. So he had, I asked him how school was today, and he's like, "Oh, I got in trouble." I was like, "Oh, yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is. He's a good kid. He freaking, he just doesn't. He has the best. Here's the thing. He has good intentions. Do they always come through like that?
Of course, yeah.
But that's growing phases, right? Like he's just learning and growing.
Yeah, it's always good to have a good heart. It's always tough too because you don't know. Not yesterday, but a million years ago when we were in school, you could do stuff like cupcakes and things, and you could hand them out, and people would love them. Now,
oh, dude, we were on school buses that had metal bars behind the seats. You know what I mean? Like when you sat on the bus, the metal bar was right here. And like, so if you hit a bump and you flew forward, your face is hitting that. It wasn't like,
But now
whatever.
you could bring something in, a parent will complain, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
But I was telling you before the podcast, so I got suspended from the bus. But what happened was we were on the bus, and do you remember those mini Hutch footballs and basketballs are real small?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we were on the bus, and people were throwing them. And I had one, and some kid threw it, and he hit me with a mini basketball. I must have been probably in like 7th grade, maybe even 6th grade. And when he hit me, bro, I took that little basketball and I launched back and I threw it as hard as I could. And the kid ducked and it hit a special needs girl right in the fucking head and knocked her out cold, bro.
God.
They had to call my parents.
Oh my God.
They carted her off the back of the bus out like light.
God.
Bro, it hit like it was like bro.
My God.
Slow motion. I threw it and I watched this kid duck and I just watched her be like, no. Boom. Out like a light. They called the principal, my parents. They had an ambulance. They came, took her. Like, she was fine. suspended me for
funny.
like I think 3 or 5 days. I can't remember. So long
That is
ago.
so funny.
But I still,
That is funny.
It's like burned in my memory. This kid just dodging it just at the last second, and then not just seeing her be like, no.
The only similar story I had to that, right, is that when I was in school, like when I used to go to private school, I got in trouble when I was 12 and with the law.
Was
whatever.
it private all boys?
No, it was just
private
Yeah, it
school?
was just a private school. Yeah, it was boys and girls private school. We had to all wear the outfits, the suits, whatever. And so we were sitting there, and like I wouldn't do my work.
Okay.
Yeah, freaking.
happens.
So I would get like detentions every day. Like I just didn't give a shit, And my teacher, Miss Smith, Janice Smith, she was a volleyball coach. She was a big girl. Do you remember the girl the coach from Porky's?
Yes.
She looked like her, right?
Okay.
Right, big girl,
yeah.
big girl, right? And she was always really nice to me. Always really nice to me. She said, "Chris, why don't you just do the work?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So they would take us every Friday and take us to this church field.
Okay.
Like now, this is before cell phones, right?
Yeah.
So they would take us to this church field, drop us off, and fucking leave. So you could go to the church to go to the bathroom and stuff, but so we were playing softball.
Yeah.
And she'd be pitching, because she used to be a volleyball coach and all that stuff back in the day. So she'd be pitching. And every time I got up to bat, she'd be like, "Chris, don't hit me with the ball." I'm like, "I love you, Miss Smith. I would never hit you with the ball." She didn't say this one time, bro. I'm like, boom. Dude, I hit her. I hit the ball and I start running to first base. And like corner of my eye, I see her go, boof. I see the ball bounce off her head.
Oh.
She stone cold flops out. Boom, slow motion, hits this ground. This really big teacher, boom, hits the ground. I'm like, oh my God, I killed her.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, she's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead. I'm like, what do we do? What do we do? And like, I run over and I'm like, Miss Smith. I'm like, wake up. Freaking, she finally wakes up. Freaking, she got a big old knot in her head.
Oh.
I will say this, that year, I got the most athletic award at school.
No, there you go.
So, but yeah, it was. I hit her right in the head. I felt so bad. Miss Smith, if you're watching, I love you. I still feel bad about that.
We love you, Miss
So
Smith.
it was so funny though.
She
It was so funny.
Still got a scar, tells her grandkids about it.
For ducks every time she hears the crack of a ball. Yeah.
All right. So Daphne from Haiti, she asked a really basic question. A lot of people probably don't know. How was the podcast born? Was it born during YouTube benching in the gym together or after too many energy drinks? So
how was it born?
Yeah, how was it born? It was right before New Year's, right?
Yeah. So I mean, this is something I've done before. I've tried to do before with other friends of mine, which was great. The thing I didn't keep doing it with was I moved, right? And I decided to tap into my talents. Everybody likes my voice, so why not do something that amplifies my voice? Tony, me and him get along great. We both have the same, viewpoints and moral characteristics, And then me and him were talking. He was talking about doing it with his wife. And I said, yo, man, if you got the equipment, we should do it together.
I had, for you guys to know, I have everything from the logo, the design, the name, and then at the end of the day, because my wife's work, she couldn't do it. So I've been wanting to do it forever.
Yeah.
And it just was fate. The two of us were like,
yeah, it was perfect timing, man.
We were missing a partner, and
yeah. I couldn't do this without Tony. Like Tony's the marketing guy. Tony's the guy who gets all the shit together. I have the following, and I have the presence.
Perfect.
But so does Tony.
Yeah.
So Tony has that too. So it's a good feed off each other. He likes to do the stuff I don't like to do.
Well, the best was we were at the gym the other day, and somebody says, "Oh yeah, you two being single, and it must cause conflict." And I'm like, "We have none. I'm married."
He's married.
So it doesn't. It's like the best.
And it's not like neither of us are on the even if you weren't, we'd be like we're on the prowl.
Yes,
we're not
it's
out there like fucking. Yeah.
No.
Like I go to work and I go home. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's interesting with people, and look, I get it, social media and all that stuff is great, but if you actually came into my life, I'd like right today, I like going to the gym. I love doing my yard work. I go to work and work my ass off. Like that's my, I love doing stuff, but I think people would be like, oh, you guys are just out there
boring.
what are you doing 20 dates? Like,
right.
No, not really. But
not at all. No, I work all the time.
Yeah, so this is really great. So Bridget Brown wrote in about her boyfriend. This is great. And Bridget, I know you're watching. So Bridget Brown wrote in about her boyfriend wanting to have sex with her after the gym when she was smelly.
Oh, yeah, with the sweat. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for all you doesn't know, what happened was Bridget wrote in and was kind of trying to figure out her boyfriend but he was so addicted to the way she smelled after the gym, he always wanted to have sex with her.
The aroma turned him on.
Yes. And she was kind of like, hey, I just got done working out, so they were trying to figure out. Here's the funny thing. She wrote in. She asked her girlfriends for advice, which they gave her the opposite advice what we did. So what did Bridget do? Bridget, you're a fucking genius, Bridget. She played our podcast with him in the car. And of course, this question comes up, not knowing it's really him. And
Really?
Yes. And we answer it. And now everything's been worked out. And she wrote in, her girlfriends gave her the opposite advice, but sometimes you got to ask a man about man issues. So she wrote in to say thank you, but that's what it was. She literally has him in the car and doesn't say anything. And I guess a lot of times.
So wait, so let's just recap all this. So,
Yes.
so the issue was, just for people who don't know,
Yep.
that haven't watched, the issue was he gets really turned on when she gets worked out. When she gets all hot and sweaty, it turns him the hell on, and he wants to get it on, right? But she finds it a little gross, right? She would like to just, it's her own self issue, right? She feels like she needs a shower and stuff like that. But he finds it sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
So he wanted to know, what was the question again?
He wants to know what's the best way to approach it with him to let him know that she's not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, even though she likes the smell of him,
Yeah, she likes the smell of him too also when he sweats.
but she doesn't know how to tell him she doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That was the big issue.
So what was the outcome after he listened to it?
Well, so anyways, they played it. And listen, I think our advice was about just having the conversation, also being like, hey, can I jump in the shower? But also understanding once in a while it's okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere landed around there.
Yeah. We said balance it out.
Yeah, balance it out.
Once in a while, get it going on, and even I think we even said get it started like that.
Yeah.
And kind of move your way into the shower.
Yes.
Move your way into the shower, then move your way out. Right?
That's what we were talking about. So whatever advice we gave, that worked for their relationship. Now they have a great balance. So I just like when people write in, they're like, hey, I did what you said.
Yeah, and it worked out.
And it fucking worked. But not only did she just do it, she just said I get it. Because a lot of times what happens, so you guys know, I don't give the last name out. Like I'll just say Bridget or I'll say B from wherever. And he must have just missed it and didn't realize. And she goes, see, look, those guys. And
well,
it
it's
worked.
true. But perfect example is that my oldest son, right? My oldest son started dating. Like he was, he used to ask his mom questions all the time, right? But then he became a man. And his mom's like, why don't you ask me questions anymore? He goes, because you can't help me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I need a man's advice on this because I'm a man. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like I said, if I want to know something about a woman, if I want to know what a woman's thinking, I'm going to ask a woman. I'm not going to ask a man.
100%.
You know what I mean? I'm going to ask a woman, well, why do you think she's doing that? And she's, give me an honest answer. So yeah, so like if you want the advice of something, you don't go to if you want to learn how to ride horses, you don't go to a fisherman and ask him how to ride horses.
But you're not surprised, neither am I, how many people will do that and they don't realize if you really want to know what a man's thinking or a female's thinking, you just ask that sex, right?
Yeah, ask that sex. Yeah.
But like I know, and parents usually struggle with this. So if you're a parent, you're struggling with this, and I know people that struggle with this. So like for my son, it's interesting because as he grew up, there'd be times where, like, during the age range, he would lean heavily on my wife for questions, and I almost feel like would be out of the loop.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God. Then for like, there'd be stretches where he, not ignored, but it's like, then there's all his attention's on me. It's just because whatever that is sports or something, right?
Yeah.
And now it's girls, so then the attention goes the other way, right? It's just a matter of whatever they're going through. I see you over there. Don't worry about it. It's a matter of whatever they're going through. They're going to lean on the parent that they feel like
there's
is
a
better
kid trying
advice.
to copy me. Look at him.
He's got to lean on. Oh, you both got white beaters?
Look at that guy. Trying to wear his jersey tuxedo like me.
At least you know my kid. This is what he's doing. Does he look like his dad?
There you go, bro.
Look at the guns. Look at the guns. Look, you're not as big as your dad, but it's fine.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Good taste, kid.
Yeah, look at you too. I feel left out now.
Right, next week, Kitty T's for everybody.
rolling what do they call it? Tuxedo, jersey tuxedos.
Jersey tuxedos. Next week, all that's what we're wearing. Jersey tuxedos.
But
Kitty T's, bro.
I still, by the way, every time, like me and you, I remember I filmed the other day, like I put up 3:30, and I film it on purpose, not for any other reason, to let him know your dad can still fuck you up, so you know,
so you know,
just you don't ever think about it. So, and the best is I came home like a dumbass and I told I was like, oh, how was your day? How was the gym? And I'm like, it was awesome. Guess what? I was like, I don't even know why I told her. She's like, yeah, I was like, it's great. I PR'd today. I benched 330. And she's like, and she really is great. She's like, oh, that's awesome. I know that's a lot of weight, but she has no context. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, she doesn't, I'm like, it's better to tell bro.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just something about, It's true. So we're talking about benches here, man. Since you did great. You did really good the other day. Yo, Mike.
Oh, Mike,
Mike,
Mike, he's on
situation.
fire.
If you're watching right now,
that dude's on fire.
Yeah, dude, your PR the other day was amazing.
What'd he do? Like he's got 350.
He got 315 for 5, and then he did 275 for 8.
That's good.
And then he did, I think, 225 for 12.
I'll tell you, spotted him.
He did 225 for 12, and then he did I think 200 or no 185 for 15. I don't know. It was something.
I watched.
But he literally drops it the whole thing. Like it was boom 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 boom.
Oh, drop set.
Yeah. But listen, if you're watching, dude, you're doing 315 for 7.
Dude, I watched him in the gym the other day because it's funny because we were all talking,
Yeah.
and I've watched him and he put up. I can do 315 probably just about 2 times. I watched him just rep it out.
Oh, he just reps it the
and
fuck
we're
out.
like the
He's a
same
fucking
size.
beast,
And
bro.
I'm like, he's strong as shit.
Yeah, he's strong as shit. He's a fucking beast, bro. But he stops at 315 for 6. Calling you out, Mike. 315 for 7.
Yeah, Mike, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, 315. Well, I know he can do it. I know. I've been on his case about it for weeks, man. Like I know you can fucking
I
do it,
saw him
Mike.
today. I'm gonna poke him when I see him, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Chris
called
talking
you out.
shit about
Chris
you,
talks
bro."
shit. I was calling you out, bro. Like you can do it. 315 for 7, bro. I believe in you.
In your whole life of all of your lifting experience, what was your go-to lift? Like of all the things that you can do, what was the one you're like, "Oh, this
Shoulder
I'm the
press.
strongest at"?
The strongest I'm at.
Yeah, like of all of yours, like for
Back
you
in the
personally.
day, back in the day with shoulders,
Shoulder press?
I was really strong with shoulders, man. I got 110s up for dumbbells.
I don't know if that's heavy.
Yeah, dude, freaking, I got 110s up for 1 once. But my back has always been my strongest, bro.
Back?
My back, yeah, dude. I can move an insane weight with my back, man.
Yeah, that's
you know
awesome.
What I mean? Yeah, dude. Like I can do 275 for rows. Fucking like 15 times.
Yeah.
The hammer strength. You know what I mean? One handed. Yeah, my back's insane. Yeah, that's my strongest part. Yeah, my back.
And mine is deadlift.
Is it your deadlift?
Yeah, I
can't even deadlift, dude, because I got those 3 balls.
Well, it's hard. It's hard if you don't
Yeah.
have it takes. But I mean, first of all, I don't even know what the benefit of it is anymore. I get it, but I mean, like we're getting older. But every now and then, I still go in there with them. Like, let me see how much I could deadlift. I think right now the most I could do is like 535. But even at my age, I'm just excited to move that weight. But I know I was with him. I was with my son the other day, and I was like, yeah, you know what? And I'm trying to stack the plates on, and just old. And as soon as I pushed it up, I felt the twinge in the back.
Yeah,
I wasn't right for like a week.
You're like, no, that's why it's not worth it, man. No,
It's not.
Dude, there's this one guy, Steve.
Not worth it.
Do you know Steve that comes in the gym?
I probably sure
Big
I do.
dude, mustache, freaking. He's the strongest guy in the fucking gym. There was one other kid. He left. He freaking, but he was the strongest.
Is it the older guy?
Yeah,
he's got
tall.
some size to him.
No, not the older guy. His biceps look like footballs.
No. There's a really tall. He's a big social media dude. He's just a big dude.
Yeah, his wife's on Drew Carey on the Drew Carey show all the time.
Dude
Yeah,
is
Christine.
strong as shit.
Dude, he's as strong as an ox. That guy, freaking. I've never seen somebody just move weight like
I've
it's
seen
nothing.
him move weight
and
like
he's natural. He's natural. He's not on anything. It's just him.
That
you
dude's
know?
a big dude.
Yeah, it's a big dude, man. He's a big boy.
You learn the funny thing about the gym is 2 things. A, if you're a guy, nothing you do will. You're never going to the gym to impress a woman.
Nope.
No woman gives a shit what you bench, what you carry, what you press. You just do all that for your bros.
Yep.
And 2, you'll never be as strong as dude in the gym.
Nope.
Ever.
Never.
There'll be some girl. I watched one of your trainers the other day. I squat light. I squat
Lenny?
for heavy. No. The girl at the M. She's Spanish.
Not Lenny?
Marlena. Marlena, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Lenny,
Lenny.
yeah.
Lenny, Marlena. Yeah, Lenny's strong as shit. Lenny, if you're watching, Lenny be watching on Instagram, probably.
So Lenny was out there. Lenny was out there in she had her outfit on, and she was doing I squat now. I'll use the squat rack, and only because I just go light and do a lot of reps. Just it, like nothing crazy. I'd probably have 245s. Maybe I'll put a 25 on. She was out there repping 225. I was watching her. I was like, holy shit.
She put up, I think, 65-pound dumbbells for chest press.
Yeah, she's strong as shit.
Yeah, no, Lenny's strong as an ox, man.
She got
Lenny.
legs on her.
Yeah.
It was, and this is a guy thing to do. I literally was waiting to go onto that, and I was like sitting there, and then I was like, I was watching her because I was waiting for the time to go. Like I was like, I'll move from here to here.
Yeah.
And I just watched her repping out 225. And then to the point where when I got on there, I changed my whole fucking workout because I wasn't going on there right after her 45s. And people were like, what the fuck? And then so I put 225 on just to do it. And the whole time in my head, I'm going, damn, she's fucking strong.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Her and this girl, Ashley, if you're watching, if you get probably 2 of the strongest girls I've ever seen at the gym, man, as far as moving weight. I give Lenny mad credit. Like, Lenny got hired probably about 6-7 months ago. Freaking Lenny got hired, man. She puts the work in. She's probably, I would say she is. If I had to compare a female trainer to my work ethic she's top tier.
Yeah,
she's an amazing trainer. She's strong as an ox. She knows the hell she's doing. I've sent 3 of my clients, their wives to her.
Yeah.
They all love her. They all love her. She's amazing.
Yeah, she was moving away. And literally, it was so funny, and it made me think about it because somebody wrote in a question about they were squatting, and there was an older woman in her 60s that was squatting more than the guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do I just go over and ask for advice?"
Well, dude, that's
and I'm
like,
"Of course." Like,
that's like when Ashley showed up wanted to do shoulders and stuff. We're doing shoulders, and she's grabbing like the 40s and repping out the 40s, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to do 70s now because freaking like I can't look like a bitch. Like, what the fuck was that?
It's so funny how quick I'll change the whole routine and not look like a bitch.
Just to make sure I'm dominant. Yeah, no, I'm as strong as a fucking ox over here.
Yeah, I'm like, every now and then I'm like, wait, I can move that weight, even though there's no point. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit.
Literally no one is looking at the way you move unless it's another dude. So, all right, Shannon writes in, do you guys prefer to fly or drive when you travel? You might be I'm a flyer, I got to be honest with you.
I like both. I love, it depends where I'm going, right?
If it's a road trip thing, I could see driving.
I do love road trips, bro. I do. Yeah. I love them, because you get to see a whole bunch of shit, dude, that you don't get to see in a plane. And again, like a lot of people don't realize we live in a really beautiful country.
Country's amazing.
Amazing. I mean, just through Pennsylvania alone, you can get 4 different types of scenery,
Yeah.
Like there's mountains, there's rivers, there's plains, there's just a bunch of stuff to see in America, valleys, canyons.
If you think you have to leave the country to see cool shit, you do not.
Yeah, you don't.
There are so much beautiful things and countryside, everything's here.
Well, it's so funny too, because I have a lot of people go, because I've never been out of the country, right? Which is my goal this coming year to be able to do that. And everybody's like, well, yeah, but I tell them I've been in 28 states. And they're like, oh, yeah, but this is America. I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, that's like being in like 28 different countries.
It really is.
It really is. It's like being in 28 different. There's just so much stuff here to see that, and there's hidden gems. A lot of people that live in the states that they live in don't even know what they have in their state.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I realized on my trip is that I would ask people, I was like, yo, man, what do you have to see around here? And they'd be like, if we can, and then you actually grab like stop one of those tourist spots.
Yeah. And
you're like, oh, no shit. If we can hear something. Or here's a good advice. If you ever take a road trip across America, always find a local pub, like the local restaurant where all the locals go to, and start talking, and you'll find some fucking really cool shit. That's
all the gems.
That's how I found the Fern Canyon in the border of California and Oregon, where you can camp on with the elk.
Oh, that's awesome.
I met some guy in Lake Tahoe, and I talked to him at some local bar, some local snowboarding bar, and he was a rugby player. Me and him hit it off. And he told me to check out Fern Canyon, and I ended up there freaking. And I was like, no shit. And I would have never stopped there if he would have told me about it. It ended up being beautiful, man. It was like you drove through Jurassic Park, the redwoods, come out in this gray, blackish beach, and then you wake up to elk walking on the beach, freaking right in front of you, and there's this huge mountain behind you with these redwoods.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so I like driving.
I fly only because to your point, if I know that like there's places to stop.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about going to Iowa, my immediate first thought was, oh, is it drivable only because is there places on the way?
Yeah.
But
see, no, there's really not. See, so here's the thing though. So I will say this: America is nice if you drive south and back. So you have to make a W.
Okay.
You have to go south towards Alabama, Louisiana, New Orleans.
Then go middle.
Come back up through Alabama. Go into Colorado.
Gotcha.
You have to miss Kansas and fucking Wyoming, because if not, you're just gonna see miles
plains,
just corn, bro. And then like there's so many bugs at night that they smear your car like it's raining.
Oh,
no, it's terrible, dude. So like no, and it's boring as fuck, man.
But yeah,
so boring.
Yeah, see, I can't do it. I fly.
Yeah, no. There's a reason to go to Kansas or Iowa or South Dakota, middle of South. So you have to get past middle of South Dakota. You have to get past where Colorado's out in South Dakota, and then you hit all these mountains and you hit all these like bullshit.
And she followed up with, what are some of your high protein snacks or protein powders you like? I'll be honest, the only protein snack I really eat is beef jerky.
Yeah, I love beef jerky.
Even though the sodium count's really high.
Yeah.
What protein snack do I eat?
You eat the protein cookies and you eat the protein.
No, but the protein now. Oh yeah, well that's Quest cookies and stuff. But so that's fine. I don't try to eat too many of them because hidden in those things is a bunch of shit.
Yeah. So sugars and stuff like that.
But it's better than chips.
It's better than chips. Yeah.
And is there a specific protein powder you like? I'm guessing you use Lifetime, or do you use...
I guess I should plug Lifetimes, right?
Right, Lifetime.
Yeah, so Lifetime.
Use my code.
Use my code. Go to Lifetime. Shop. Use my code 337940. 337940.
They just make your code easier, like Chris D.
Yeah, it should be like Chris 72.
Yes.
It's 337940. If you go to Lifetime shop, the Lifetime protein is really awesome. The thing I like about the Lifetime products is they're all third party tested. So you know exactly what you're getting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's It's not just like everything you see on Amazon, everything you see on what's out, grocery store, Costco. None of that stuff's tested. None of that stuff's regulated. It's all built on an honor system.
Yeah.
So if you're going to spend $70 on a protein or a pack of protein bars, I would definitely check out Lifetime Shop.
Yeah, the only thing I would tell you is whey protein is just a standard. Unless you have stomach issues, whey protein is pretty standard for most people.
Yeah.
I know people talk about casein at night, but just take whey. And just look for fillers. Like I just try to keep a low sugar count, a low carb count, and I try to find products that are clean. But you don't have to spend $1 million. That's the other thing. To micronize this, and it's like, no, you don't need all that shit. The best thing you could do is, and I know this is not the question, eat whole foods. And, try to snack as little as you can.
Yeah.
But, all right.
You eat tofu. Don't eat tofu. Listen, if you're a guy, don't eat tofu.
Come on.
Was that a girl that wrote that in or a guy?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, a girl. Listen, if a girl can eat tofu if you want, but
Kills your testosterone,
it
right?
kills your testosterone. Yeah.
All right. Lisa from New Hampshire. All right, Tony and Chris.
What's up, Lisa from New Hampshire?
Lisa from New Hampshire. I pulled off the ultimate date switch. I have a twin identical sister, and we've been good friends. I was dating online. I accidentally booked 2 dates on the same day. Like I told you last week, that happens. Both guys were good looking and fun, so I didn't want to cancel. So I asked my married sister to go on one of the dates. It was a first date. So what could happen on a first date outside of a simple intro, right? Well,
a lot can happen on a first date.
She got drunk and slept with him in his car in the parking lot. And the bigger problem is her husband is one of my best friends. I actually introduced them. Do I tell him? What do I do?
Wow.
So, yeah, Lisa, you pimped out your married sister.
Yeah.
She fucks one of your dates in the car in the parking lot, and now her husband is one of your best friends.
Wow. No.
I go to the grave with these things.
Yeah, no, listen, here's the thing. What are you going to accomplish by telling him?
Yeah.
No, all you're going to do is break them up and freaking, maybe they're really happy together, Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, I couldn't.
All you're going to do is make your sister hate you. That's it. If you can, if you want to tell him, listen, morally, obligation is up to you. Can you live with that guilt? But you're the one that set them up. So technically, you're the one at fault also.
Yeah, you are pretty much at fault.
You're pretty much at fault.
Out.
You pimped her out. So it's pretty much your fault this happened.
Yeah, could you imagine someone telling you that and then you'd be like, wait a second, but didn't you ask her to do it?
Didn't you ask her to do it? Like, you set her up for failure, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah.
Yeah, so don't pimp people out. Don't pimp. There's no way.
At least don't pimp out married people.
There's nothing that can, even if she wasn't married, what good has come out of it? What if your sister comes back and goes, oh, I really like him? Then you're out.
Dude, I hate when people try to hook me up with people. I hate that stuff. Dude, I fucking hate it, man. I had this one friend of mine that constantly was trying to hook me up with people, and I'm like, knock it off. I'm like, I don't need your help. Hook me up with anybody. I'm fine. If I want to find somebody, I'll find somebody. I'm good.
So Lisa, I would just go to the grave with that one and hug your sister and tell her, let's just chalk this up to now. She has anything on you, call it even. That's what we do. So
I would just let
it
things
go.
Let the dead dogs lay where they're lying, or whatever that saying is.
Yeah, whatever that is, I'm with that. So. Monique from Detroit, we thought we were being fun. Me and my boyfriend decided to film our sex. He used his phone to record the adult time. He was behind me, so I didn't notice anything was weird until I heard him scream, "Oh shit." He accepted a FaceTime from his kids. They are 7 and 11. How can I ever meet his kids now? I'm so embarrassed. Oh, it's so great.
He's bagging her.
From the back.
Recorded it. And he hold it. And then he accidentally his FaceTime with his kids.
Like he must have been holding it and then hit the thing. And his kids accepted.
That is amazing.
Accepted a FaceTime from a 7 and 11-year-old.
That's amazing.
I'm never FaceTiming you again.
Oh,
that's so funny. That's amazing.
FaceTimes are so strange, right? Because when you FaceTime someone, you can see them, but they don't know until you accept it, right? But yeah. So Monique.
Well,
Well, here's the hard part. I would think they don't recognize you because it's your ass.
Yeah, it's you from behind, right? So I was playing off like we just met yesterday.
But you've been dating him, so either they know it's you or they think he's cheating on you. So I don't know that you're kind of...
I would just let it go.
Yeah, don't even
bring it up. Just let it go. Don't even worry about it.
It's going to be 10 years from now. The kid's going to be 17. He's going to be like...
Do you remember that time?
I saw
Dad
you?
FaceTimed me and I saw him railing you from behind? It's amazing.
Oh, Monique, when you guys look, it's funny when you think about those things and you're like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Well, the worst that's going to happen is what happens.
It's already happened. It's already happened. We're all together. We're all in this together.
Oh, my God. Yes.
It's so funny.
What a way to meet the kids.
Yeah.
All right. So
don't worry, we're bringing on more. Talk about kids. Yo, did you see that new race they had in China?
Oh, the sperm race.
The sperm race. Did you see that?
Oh, my God, bro.
It's a real thing. The sperm race. It's a real thing.
I thought the Japanese were crazy with their... You ever see Japanese games?
Oh, yeah, they're nuts.
Oh, they're nuts with the releasing dogs and the mazes. I thought for sure it was Japanese.
Yeah.
No, it's Chinese. They're in a race.
You see how many people were watching it, though?
Bro, the people bet on
everything. They were betting
anything
on that.
they can bet on, man.
Yeah, dude. The sperm race.
Yeah, for you guys,
check it out. It was a live broadcast. It was a live broadcast,
which is even crazier.
Which is even crazier. Where they took real sperm, put it in a tube, and a race to a finish line.
Bro, the people...
To a maze.
The dudes were in there talking shit like they knew... Like, I couldn't tell you how fast my sperm swim.
Oh, yeah.
They were in there talking mad shit.
200 miles an hour. I'm shooting out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, whatever.
So,
I would never thought I would see the day of that, the sperm race.
Yeah, so what the world's coming to now. So you don't want to export anything. You don't want to pay tariffs. Let's make some side money. Sperm racing. Race. All right, so
they got sponsors. All I'm saying, listen, they got sponsors.
Sponsors?
For that. They got sponsors for that. They got big time sponsors for that. I'm saying we should be able to get sponsors.
I mean, I know where you were going with that. I was like, wait a sec. If they have sponsors for that,
right?
All right, Samantha from Austin. My fiance convinced me to be a minimalist, and we got rid of all our belongings and moved into one of those small homes. Just so you know, it's 450 square feet.
Wow, it's small.
He loves it. I absolutely hate it. Even sitting here writing you guys in the living room / kitchen / bedroom / whatever the fuck this is called. I can't do this anymore. I can't sleep where I eat, where I have sex, where I work. Is it time to end this relationship? He does not want to give this up. I don't know how anyone lives in a 450 square foot house.
I couldn't do it, especially with two people.
No, that's so much.
It's like you're on top of your person the whole time, bro.
Yo, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I need my own space. I need my own breathing room. I couldn't do that. Yeah, I would tell him, listen, we need to get a house. We need to fuck out.
That just look. I think when you go into those type of things, when you're going to go to extreme, you're going to be a minimalist. You're going to get rid of all your stuff. You're going to travel. I think you got to make an agreement with your partner.
Yes.
Let's try this for 6 months, and if we don't like it, then we have to not do it.
Yeah, but like a small house, that's a huge that's a huge undertaking, man.
Yeah.
You really have to be comfortable with somebody.
Well, just only think of all the steps you have to do to get there.
Yeah.
Sell all your shit, downsize. I mean, you got to get rid of everything.
Get rid of everything.
And then if you want to unwind it, you have to re-buy back everything.
Yeah. And not only that, but freaking how do you deal with conversation all the time? If I'm mad at you, I can't even leave the room.
You can't leave anywhere.
I can't, you know what I mean? I'm in the same room with it all times. No, I couldn't do that.
You go storming out the kitchen by dropping the ceiling so you can sleep in the bed.
Right, dude.
So
you go stand over there in that corner. I'm gonna stand in this one.
Yeah, Samantha, I just gotta be honest. Get out of it.
Get out of it. Move on.
There's no such thing as that. Jacob from Spain. And actually, this is great because Spain, for anyone who doesn't know, and Portugal have no power right now, the entire country.
Well, they got it back.
Did they?
They got it back today. Yeah, they were all excited about it. They got it back today.
Well, Jacob wrote in from Spain, and the first thing he said is, my power is out. But I have a generator, so your podcast has been my savior. Shout out, Jacob. My wife is vegan and has been for years. She converted me about a year ago, but I got to be honest, I cheat on that shit every chance I get. Anytime I see a wing, a burger, anytime she's not around, I'm all in. But with this power situation, has us constantly around each other, and now I can't avoid eating the vegan food. Do I ever come clean, or is this my life now forever? I look. You
gotta come clean.
Here's the funny thing. My wife was dating a guy. One of the guys before me. He was a macrobiotic Jew. So
I don't even know what that is. That sounds like a fucking.
I didn't know what it was either. But
macrobiotic Jew. It sounds like something you would buy at a store.
So essentially, it's really combining religion with being a vegan. And then on top of that, everything I think has to be. It's like a crazy combination of stuff.
Sounds like he's got too much fucking spare time on his hands.
So the anything is, she made it. I always bust her chops because I'm like, look at all the shit some of your exes made you do, and I don't ask anything.
Yeah, right.
But she made it. She said she made it 8 months, and then she was at a Christmas party. And she was staring, and she swear to God, it's a true story. She said she was standing in front of a bowl full of wings. and she couldn't take it, and she started crushing hot wings, and he came out of nowhere, and she's got wing sauce on her face.
fucking awesome.
She's got a bone in her mouth. And I was
Fucking
like,
awesome.
I was like, yeah, that's what happens when you don't eat meat, or just whatever. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't live that life, Jake. I mean, look,
No.
if you want to be vegan for any reason, more power to you. It's fine. I don't get the point of it.
Yeah, you'll come back to eating meat again eventually.
It's too.
I don't know one vegan that stayed vegan for longer than a couple years and go back to eating meat. It's
No.
not sustainable.
Do you ever see the woman whose cats kept dying because she
Joe
kept?
Rogan makes fun of it all the time.
Oh, the vegan cat lady.
He's like, my cats are so good. The cat's over there crying. Dying. Somebody put me on my misery.
Oh my God, it's the worst.
So funny.
All right, Melinda from Virginia. I bought a smart bed that does everything. It reads sleep patterns, adjusts temperatures,
Smart bed?
keeps a. Yeah, you ever see one of these things?
No.
They have all the things in them, and it does your patterns, and it tells you REM sleep, and I don't know how accurate it is, but when I used to work, I used to be the marketing manager for all the Macy's.
Somebody just asked a question.
What was it?
It says, do vegans swallow?
No.
No, but
Well,
it's a good
vegan,
question.
if you're vegan and they're vegan, then I guess it's vegan protein.
Right?
That's the way I look at it.
Right? That's a good question. That's a good question. Vegan swallow. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I never dated a vegan.
Is that, well, then even on top of that is swallowing murder.
Dropping the kids off at daycare.
Oh, the fun we could have with this one. Don't be vegan. All
Don't
right.
be vegan.
Don't be
right?
vegan.
Don't be vegan.
Be whatever you want to be. Don't be vegan. I bought a smart bed. It does everything. It reads sleep patterns, adjusts temperatures, keeps a log. It even makes announcements. Like when I was in the middle of a hookup on date the other night, and my bed announced, "You gained weight." The bed told her.
The bed told her she's
The
a fat
bed
ass.
said she had gained weight.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
That's so funny.
She said,
so, so the smart bed goes, you're a fat ass.
So she literally, you know how like you're about to hook up and you go to sit on the edge of the bed and he must have been standing and your bed's like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo. You gained weight." Are we living in too much of an artificial world?
Oh, it's so
Look,
funny.
I would say this. Everything is smart now. Your washer, dryer, your refrigerator, your dishwasher can order food.
Yeah, my microwave, my they just put an oven that hooks up to my phone.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't. It's sometimes when you go in, I think what you have to do it yourself is go, okay, that's really neat, and I would use it for a week. But outside that, is it something I'm really going to use all those features for? Like I have a smart fridge. The only reason I have it is because it makes craft ice. It makes the ice, the round ice balls for like
That's
when people
cool.
get drinks.
Yeah, from the
All
rocks.
the other features could fucking care less about the tap to like all that shit.
Dude, that's like my ex freaking got a smart refrigerator. It's got like a TV on it and does all those, like, it tells you when your food's going bad and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you really need all that?
No.
I'm like, why do you need all that? Like, who's in their kitchen that long? That you're going to be watching TV on your refrigerator and freaking, I don't know, whatever. I don't have time for all that.
No.
Whatever.
Shout out to your ex, who actually, one of your exes, and I won't call them out by name, but they wrote in just so the fans know, Chris definitely spanks, and he's really good at it. So,
One of my exes wrote in that.
yes, she
I
did.
can only guess who.
And I know, but I did feel like, she had some insight that people want to know. So, shout out to, Chris spanks well. And over the knee was the other part. So,
Again.
guilty as charged. All right, Pat Brower. What are some good exercises for a senior that's dealing with rheumatoid arthritis and a herniated disc? I try to do walking, weather permitting, but is there anything else I can do?
How old is he?
It's a she, and she's a senior. The two that come
Where's
to
the
mind,
arthritis? Is it
it doesn't say. She got herniated disc, so I'm going to guess it's the
back?
back. But
Yeah.
I would think, and let me know what you think about this, my big one would be the pool.
Pool's always great.
I think the pool would be great,
if
right?
you don't have access to the pool, right? If you don't have access to the pool, you can do stuff in your house.
I saw chair yoga was an option.
Yeah,
Is that a good
I
one?
was just gonna say chair yoga. You can do crunches on your chair. Yoga is a great thing to get into if you have rheumatoid arthritis, especially if it's in your back. You want to strengthen up your core as possible. Pilates, mat Pilates is another one you can look into. You can get that at home. You can find a good thing on YouTube or whatever, or you can go to your local gym. They usually have mat Pilates. There's another one you can get into. The pool is another great one, but if you don't have access to a pool, you can do things with bands. There's band exercises you can do that will help you out.
Oh, by the way, not to interrupt you, but the person we gave advice to, you came up with the bands for her knees.
Oh, yeah.
She wrote back, so you took your bands. She went into ChatGPT. Remember, it was like this dual thing we're talking about?
Yeah.
And she found band workouts, and she wrote in how much better her knees feel to thank you for the advice on the bands. She said it's been a life changer for her. And I have it somewhere in here, but I was like, I just was reminded about to let you know that she was really appreciative of your advice.
Here's two. You're absolutely right. So the vibration plate's another good one. If you have a place to go, the vibration plate's another one. And turmeric is also amazing. It's also anti-inflammatory. So those are the two things you can also take. That's very good for that. Thank you very much.
If you're gonna take turmeric, though, just so you know, it has to be with, it's the fancy name for pepper.
Yeah.
My mom, I get it from my mom. That's how I know. Curcumin and turmeric only work well with black pepper, and it has a special name with it because it attaches to it and it makes it bioavailable. Okay. So when you're looking at supplements, make sure your turmeric and your curcumin have black pepper in it.
Yes.
Because my mom's been taking it forever because she has arthritis, and it changes her life. It does wonders for her. So So shout out on the bands thing. It made a big difference for somebody. I always like when people write back and tell us our advice.
Well, yeah, listen, we're not just a pretty face. We actually know what the fuck we're talking about over here.
No, for sure.
What I mean? We know what the hell we're talking about. You see that right there is a perfect example. If there's anybody who's got a band company that wants to sponsor us.
Oh, there you go.
There's
we love
two
bands.
people that bought bands because of us. I'm just saying.
They did. Hannette. All right. She's a regular. And by the way, she shares, she likes, she supports. So we appreciate her all the time. Hey guys, since your podcast, I've been walking 15,000 steps a day.
Oh yeah. She wrote it a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. And you gave her a shout. By the way, she wrote it. Tell Chris, please. Thank you for the shout out on TikTok this week. I really appreciate it.
Very awesome.
Any tips on how to eat healthier during busy days where I'm running from appointment to appointment? Fast to go recipes. I don't want to be in the kitchen too long, but I don't want to eat unhealthy foods. When I read this, the only thing I thought about, which I think it really helps sometimes, and I used to do it because I used to work a job where I traveled always, was I meal prepped.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So there's these backpacks you can get. In fact, I'm going to be spokesman for one of them soon.
Ooh,
there's a guy who's doing one at the gym. He's making his own bag, and I'm gonna help promote him when it's done.
It's like one of those insulated bags.
Yeah, it's got a little cooler on the inside of it, right? It's a little backpack you put over your back. You get small ones, you get medium-sized ones, big ones, and put some food in there. Meal prep it, and make quick, easy food, like carrots and hummus, or a celery and peanut butter.
I went on the craziest diet. I lost 50 pounds on I know this doesn't sound crazy. I went on a bean diet.
Oh.
So what I did was...
I feel sorry for your family already.
Well, what it was I had read because I was running so much that because of the high fiber count and the carb count, they were, it kept you full. Yeah. So what I did was I kept a big thing of just cannellini and chickpeas. Yeah. And I would mix them with either tuna fish or vegetables like French green beans, throw some balsamic or red vinegar. But my point was it didn't need to stay too cold. So every day I would just carry it and eat it throughout the day. And when I got home, I'd have a sensible dinner. And over a couple months, but it was my point more of it was that I meal prepped. I took the time to make something.
If you listen, here's the biggest thing. It's the two things it comes down to be losing weight and fitness, right? Is consistency.
Absolutely, number one.
And making the time to eat. You got to eat. You got to feed the machine. You got to take the time to meal prep. You have to decide that's important. That's what you have to do. You have to make that choice to say, this is something that's important. This is something I want. And actually stick to it,
Anita from the Netherlands, the blanket lady herself.
What's up, Anita?
Honestly, I feel like you guys just get funnier and funnier. I end up laughing out loud every time. Shout out to you. We love you as well. Random question. You guys talked about your favorite scents for women and men. What is your favorite actual natural scent from nature? Mine is the smell of freshly cut grass. Is there anything that you guys, where you live, really, some of the smell that you guys really love?
Hyacinths.
What is it?
Hyacinths.
What the hell is hyacinths?
It's a flower that comes out of spring.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's my favorite fucking smell in the world, bro. Like if I could, it's just, to me, there's just something about it that makes me think that I'm free. Like there's just, I don't know, I love it.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
My two for sure. Number one is the ocean. There's something about, because I grew up at the beach as a kid, there's something when you're driving to the water, I can feel that slight temperature drop. Yeah. I can feel everything change. And then when I smell it, it's just something so nice.
For me too, also, I'd have to say, when I'm up in the mountains and I'm somewhere without a waterfall, just there's a couple places I go to that nobody goes to, there's waterfalls. And when you get there and that water's hitting the rocks, and you got the heat on your back and you got the cold mist blowing on you from the waterfall, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so that, and I'll be honest with you, this is where I'm a homer about being a dad.
I love a great backyard. So grass, the smell of like a lawn cut, it's my jam. Like
It's funny when I moved to San Diego when I lived in California for 2 years. I didn't think about that because I used to mow grass all the time. When I first came back to Pennsylvania and I drove past somebody's house cutting grass, I was like, wow, there's something about that smell.
it's just homey. So.
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. Simran, should I I love that. Just get right to the point. Should I sleep with my boss? Let me help you out before I get the rest of the question. No, but here's
Sure, do it, bro.
fuck it.
Fuck it.
But I'm 20 and he's 45. Okay. By the way, this is a little Shannon
Wait,
Sharp. It's a little Shannon Sharpish, right?
Yeah, wait, she's 20 and he's
45.
45.
He's also my sergeant. All right, so
Oh,
now we're going. Now it's a little crazier.
Don't do it.
At first, it started with some minimal flirting, and honestly, I didn't think it was serious. We started texting, and then he definitely seemed interested. We even made plans to hang out, but at the last minute, he canceled, and he wrote to me, I'm too old for you. I don't see a future for us. My kid is older than you. I respect you enough to not just fuck you like hello. She's like, I'm confused. Why would he get so freaky and invest so much time and then just shut it down out of nowhere? Is this
Because he's
just
married.
that would exactly where I would go, right?
Yeah, because he's married.
Is this a typical guy thing? I caught feelings and now he's acting like none of it ever happened.
Yeah.
He's definitely married or he's dating somebody.
Yeah, he's either married or he realized that there's nothing more between you guys.
Oh, he could. I'll say this. If he, first of all, I know I say this because we got a question about it last week with men in positions of power when women join a team.
Oh yeah, no. I was just talking to my friend. I was just talking to a friend.
Yeah.
You were watching, friend.
So
I was just talking to a friend about freaking how they get they like men in power. Like
Yeah,
they like men in authoritative positions.
Yeah. Look, I've been a VP now for a number of years, and I've been a man. I've been a boss of people for a long time. I owned companies. I get it, but here's my thought: the older person in a situation is a fucking asshole. Because here's why: if I respect you enough, then I keep it all business.
Yeah.
Because the only person, if he's your boss, the only person who'll lose a job is probably you.
Him, yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? So he's fine. He's got a job. He's making money. I think, to your point, 100%. He's either married, got a girlfriend. Because if he was honest with you and liked it, he could just come to you and say, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I really was thinking about this.
Yeah.
It's too much to jeopardize in this. And they're in the military together.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
listen, there's one golden rule: you just don't shit where you eat, man.
Yes. Guys, I get it. Well, both of me and him have made a bunch of fucked up mistakes. We've got all to tell you guys this advice.
I've never made any mistakes in my life. I've been perfect my whole life.
I'm the worst. So, but I'm telling you what, it drives me crazy. I get the concept of it. It almost never works out. And it's not a good, it doesn't.
No, it never ends well. Never ends well.
No, so don't do that. And then, by the way, it goes back to, you saw the Shannon Sharp shit, right?
Oh, the basketball player?
No, Shannon Sharp, the football player. He's 50,
Oh, the football player, yeah.
He's 56. He was on this tangent for like last couple of weeks, talking about he doesn't get in elevators with women and he's all like on a high horse. Turns out he's fucking a 19-year-old and they're all into some freaky shit, but she's 19. So what did she do? She recorded every conversation. She recorded every text message and all kinky shit. Choke me, all this, right? All this crazy stuff. And then here's the best thing. He signed a contract. I think this is all how it all lined up. And by the way, do whatever you want, but this is why you don't go this route with age. So he just signed like $100 million contract was coming up. So she sued him for $50 million.
Try to blackmail him?
Yeah. And so anyways, here's the crazy part. Came out, he offered her $10 million to settle. And she was like, no. She's like, I recorded everything. So I don't know who's saying who's in the wrong or the right. But here's the thing. If you're 56, don't be fucking a 19-year-old.
Yeah, women are
Come on. You know better than that. All right. So, all right. Connie came back. Connie took some
Connie's
effect.
been watching the whole time here on TikTok, by the way.
Connie turned around and was like, oh, you guys think I asked a little legitimately boring questions last week?
Who said that?
No, but I said normal. But then Connie was like, all right, I'm coming back
with
with
a challenge.
She's like, yeah, so it as a challenge.
Listen, I'm going to say right there, that's a typical woman answer.
I got I would have done the same thing. I'm normal. Oh, you fuck
How
you
dare
guys.
you, a fucking boring question.
All right, so I'll run through a couple of Connies because they're pretty quick. Connie, are you a boob or an ass man?
Ass man.
Ass man all day
Ass man
long.
all day.
All right.
Ass and legs. I
Ooh.
give a shit less about boobs.
Vic, what about you? Ass man or boob man?
Ass. Yeah,
Ass,
right?
ass.
So here's
Are
a
we
fun
going-
fact. You want a fun fact?
Oh, I love a fun
Here's
fact.
a fun fact. You know why men are more attracted to asses than they are boobs?
No, but I'm loving this idea.
Because of procreation.
Because the wider hips to give birth or
Yes.
something, right? I knew this. Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly it. Because they look for the hips to see if they have the birthing canal.
You would think you sucked on a titty for most of your life. You'd be attracted to one in the beginning, but no. There's something about a great.
Well, it's because, most women, you have to share that, right? Which becomes a mom's. That's no longer your titty.
I have to imagine. All right, all right, Peanut Gallery. What are you?
Ass man.
There we
There you
go.
go. Raised them well.
All right, try. If you were in a.
Ooh, wait.
Oh.
Hold on. Wait. I just had a really good thing. Let's do a survey,
Ooh.
right? So we know what we like, right?
Yeah.
What do women find attractive?
What's the most attractive part of a man, right?
What's the part
There's our new
attractive man?
poll.
There's our new poll. Actually,
Chris-
I got two polls we're going to do.
Well, we can't do two. Wait, which one do you want to do? What's the other one? Because we can only really do one to focus on it. So what's your other option?
I was going to say, should I shave my beard off for summer?
No.
Yeah.
So that's there. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna answer poll for Chris.
Shave my beard off for summer.
Bro, I haven't. When's the last time you shaved your beard?
Like 2 years ago.
Like you went total face? You went baby face?
Yeah, baby
By the
face.
way, I only know this because I scoured your Facebook so I could steal a photo for an Instagram for the
fuck.
blanket.
Now I'm really worried about
So
what
when I
picture you
see
take.
you, without a beard on, like you could, because I haven't shaved in forever.
Yeah.
Like I
That
might
was
come down a
freaky
little bit,
looking, right?
but yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So ladies out there, Chris. This is our new segment, Chris's poll of the week.
Chris's poll of the week.
Chris, what is your poll for this week?
Let's take a vote. Should it be about what women find attractive? Or
No,
should we
women
shave
find
it?
attractive.
Okay, well, women find attractive. What feature does women find attractive in a man?
All right, and we'll bring it up one more time at the end.
Yes.
But yes, that'll be our poll of the week, the new segment, Chris's poll of the week. Connie comes up with two more crazy ones. She really stepped her game up. Connie, shaved or landing strip?
Ooh.
Here's the
don't
funny
care.
part. That I was gonna say, but here I'm gonna throw an odd one in there. Shaved or landing strip to me doesn't matter, right? I think it's all equal.
I like it both.
Yeah.
I would be honest with you. Sometimes I like to see a little strip. And sometimes I like to see nothing at all.
But when's the last time you seen full bush?
Oh,
I don't know if I ever.
I couldn't even tell you. I can. I can tell you there's one instance where I took this girl home. I was probably my mid-20s.
Yeah, it's almost 30 years ago?
I took this girl home, and I was so drunk. I forget we were doing a drunk thing, and she took her clothes off, and I looked at her and I go, huh? And she's like, what? I'm like, listen, I'm just telling you, if I manscape, you have to fucking landscape. Like,
You gotta
what the fuck is
landscape.
going
I
on
love
down
it.
there? That's a huge bush, man.
Oh, there's another great
freaking-
one-liner from you.
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
have to manscape,
You better land.
You have to landscape.
Yeah, if I manscape, you better fucking landscape, man. Fuck that shit.
you're the king of this.
Yeah.
All right, so to your point, Connie, I don't think it matters, but there is a big
No.
difference when it comes full bush.
Yeah, no full bush. No,
Can't do
no
it.
full bush. No,
Oh,
definitely bald is better. In that case, bald is beautiful.
And and then the last one, she had a bunch of them, and there are a lot of them. But if all your exes were stuck in a room together, what would they say about you?
Jesus.
I don't know.
What would they say about me?
I haven't had an ex in so long. I mean, it's
Positive or negative?
I don't know. What did they say? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's my last. I don't know. My last ex a while ago. Oh.
What did they
It's been
say
so
about me?
long ago. Here's what I'll tell you. Here's how I know. This is what I would tell about my exes. Every single one that I've ever broken. In a recent, pre-wife, so whatever, the last couple, year or two later, have all tried to get back together. So I know I can't be an asshole.
No, none of mine ever come
I know I can't be a dickhead.
None of mine ever come back.
And I had to pew 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 shoot that shit down.
Yeah, no. I'd probably all say fuck Chris.
So
Fuck Chris. I'd probably say what everybody says now. Fuck Chris. Fuck him. Fuck Chris.
I don't. All right. So, all right, Connie. Way to come back with a vengeance, Connie. As she did. Like, there's a lot of, Connie comes in. All right. Let's see. Oh, Katie getting the D.
Oh, Katie's back.
All right. So she said we did, and we asked. So for everyone, Katie's been on a tear the last couple of episodes. Katie started off with a husband who couldn't get hard because he was bisexual. And then you came up with the next one and were like, wait, it's like, I got questions. How did you have a kid? When did you find out? Like, you remember?
Yes.
So So she just said, hey, by the way, we had sex prior to marriage, didn't have a problem beforehand, talked about all these things beforehand. So she said all this went downhill when they got married. And that's when he made the switch over to admitting, he was into stuff. And she'd only been married for 2.5 years when the 28-year-old daughter saw him trolling people on Threads. So it's not their kid together.
So the daughter was 28.
Yes, it's not their kid together.
Like a kid. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully, that would have been.
I thought it was like a kid.
Yeah. So, but she was thinking of going for older men, but she is 62, so she's going. I'm gonna go younger. It's a fucked up world, but here's the deal. I'm gonna keep you guys posted as soon as I get laid. So Katie D, still not getting the D, by the way, lives in Milwaukee. If you're out in Milwaukee and you're looking for a fun girl who,
Katie's out there.
By the way, Katie, not that your bar's low, but your performance bar for your man is kind of low.
It's fucking low.
Hit up Katie getting the D, and let's help her in her struggles.
Yeah. So. Give Katie some love.
Oh, here it was. Donna. So her name was Donna, and that's what but hey, congratulations on the success of your podcast. You guys are killing it. I'm so happy for you. Please, I want to point out that the resistance bands and ChatGPT requests that you guys made have not only helped me strengthen my knee, but I was able to start doing the exercise right away just using the bands. She just wanted to say, you guys give great advice, and I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Keep coming up.
No, you're welcome.
So there it was. Donna, we appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Donna. Thank you very much. That's amazing.
Yes, and if you have a band company and would like to let us know,
please help sell your bands.
Please let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right.
Did Megan write in?
No, she didn't this
Our
week.
councilwoman didn't write in?
I know.
Megan,
where are you?
Where is the invite for the Ferrari?
She's, by the way, I think she's going to come through with it. Actually, I have to look. Noah from the Bronx. I went on a date in New York City.
Oh, she did. She said she did. She's on right now.
You're on?
You're on, Megan.
Megan, I'm going to go back in there in a second.
Megan, I can't pronounce her last name 100%.
I just say, I call her Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem. Yeah, she just freaking wrote it. She's like, she did write in.
Megan, I will take a look. I get lost at how many we have. I try to find you guys, Megan. I'll take a look. I'll ask this.
I need a haircut. I know.
Noah from the Bronx. I went on a date in New York City. I did the boat ride and drinks thing. You ever did that? You ever do the boat around New York City?
Yeah, the booze cruise.
The booze cruise.
Booze cruise.
Everything was fun until her wig blew off. Not only is she bald, ... and not because of cancer, in case you guys were wondering, but now that her wig flew off, she's asking me for the $5,000 to replace it because she doesn't have money or a backup wig. So now I have to either date her with no hair and give her $5,000 or end the relationship. What the fuck? So, no, I don't think it's your fault at all.
No.
Bro, she knows she's going on a boat. You got to tape that or glue that or...
Fucking wear a hat.
I don't know how that stuff goes, but you do not owe her $5,000 for a new wig.
Did you take a picture, bro? You should take a picture.
Oh, like, that would have just made it worse. So...
no, I don't think you should spend $5,000.
Yeah, like, why, just, no.
No, that's crazy what these girls spend on freaking hair. I know this girl spent $3,000 on hair extensions. I'm like, you're fucking nuts.
Well, I know
nuts.
I think it's a Hasidic Jewish community. So the way I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, but you're the last person who can see you with hair. The only person who can see you with hair is your husband. That's why they're covered up.
I guess. Yeah.
Right? It's what?
It's like it's the Muslim faith, the ones that have the
hijab. Is that what it is?
Hijab.
Yeah, but my point of it saying was when some of them wear a wig though, those wigs are $10,000 to $20,000.
Oh my god!
And where do you get real hair? The number one country to get real hair, India.
Really?
Supposedly Indian women have the best hair, so one of the biggest markets in the world is getting a wig of Indian hair, and they run $10,000 to $20,000 to start.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
We're in the wrong business.
Bro, what's so crazy what women will do to like just guy goes bald, we're like we'll grow a little beard and call it a day.
That's not true either. There's a lot of people that go to Turkey get their hair implants done.
Oh, it's all turkey.
Dude, it's all turkey. Like I didn't realize there's a lot of people at our gym. They got
you see them go missing for 6 months.
Yeah, if you can get hair. I was like, wow, I don't remember you having that. But whatever, hey, whatever makes you happy.
The best
you got the money to do it, do it.
The best was a guy going to Turkey, filmed himself on the plane going to Turkey, and everybody on the plane was bald. They were all bald guys.
No, they were.
Yes, it was all bald men going to Turkey, and then on the way back, you saw the people with the grafts in their hair. So yeah,
that's funny.
All right, Nancy from Tampa, Florida.
What's up, Tampa?
Tampa. I caught my boyfriend masturbating a few days ago.
Should have helped him.
Really kind of pissed me off. I know you guys do this a lot and was kind of deflating to my ego. His argument was that I should do it more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if women masturbate. I heard they do, but I'm not sure if this is just salacious media or true.
All right, so here's my thing. I'm gonna cut you off right
Yeah.
now. Here's my thing about this whole thing, right? So people get horny, right? Things happen. People get horny. Sometimes situations aren't immediate at the same exact time, right? But I think if you ever walk in on your partner masturbating, unless they're doing it with somebody else on the phone,
Well, yeah, that's a
you know
whole
what I mean?
nother story, right?
That's a whole other story, right? Freaking, but if they're just like, doing their thing, I think you should jump in. Like, you should jump in. Like, you know what I mean? It's not cheating. It's not. Freaking, there just need to, sometimes, especially like a guy that's like, on TRT or he's, say he's just,
Sex drive is way up there now, right?
Up the hill, right? Freaking, sometimes they just need to blow it up, man, just to fucking be calm through the day, right? It's just a fucking thing. Like, your testosterone levels are up. It's a hormone, So I think sometimes freaking, instead of being so like, oh my God, why is he doing it without me? If you catch him, just jump in. Jump in and help him. Freaking, he'd be turned on even more. It would be fucking, it'd be an actual auction, and there won't be some kind of animosity kind of thing right there. You know what I mean? Like, be like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Kind of like jump in. You know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, hey, she's in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just another level you can take it to, the relationship to take it to, and not worry about so much about why is he not jerking off. Why is he jerking off and not fucking me? Well, he's probably not fucking you because you're busy doing something.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to bother you. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably fucking doing something and you're like, you weren't in the mood. So it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay. As long as he's not sitting over the phone and talking to somebody else going, hey, and it's fine.
Yeah, look, and then she wrote in the last part of her question was, do women masturbate, or is that just something I see?
Masturbate.
First of all, yes, they do.
Hello? Have you gone to an adult bookstore?
Well, I think... Well, here's the thing. I think people don't, as much as it's interesting because we live in, I think it's a little, look, this is a generalization. I have no idea if this is true. I think because we live where we live near New York and New City, and everything here is a little bit more open to other parts of the country. It's so normal for me to think that people do, and it's not. I go hang out with friends and people are talking to go to sex stores. It's not weird at all, but
sex toys is like a $36 billion industry,
Hell
right?
Yeah.
Freaking, and what do they sell most?
The bullet?
Yeah, like
the little vibrators.
Like, you walk in there's like maybe, and sex industry. If you're paying attention, I'm a little upset with the bias here. Because you walk in there and there'll be the whole store for the women.
It's all about women.
And then there's like 4 things for the guys.
Which are still related to the woman.
Which is still related to the woman. I mean? Like freaking like it's like you can put this on to help her out.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Freaking, but yes, women masturbate. They do it all the time.
It's interesting. I think you bring up the most valuable point of what we really talk about when it comes to relationships. If you're in a good relationship and you have good communications and you really care about the person, instead of thinking of these things as weird, you know what? It's fun. Like,
it's fun.
I want to be able to do, I want to not be embarrassed with my partner to do stuff that maybe I would never have gotten it done.
Yeah.
So whether that's role play, masturbate, hang out, like that's what your other...
Watch porn together.
That's what your significant... And look, not even to have to like it, but, go, hey, let's watch porn together and just do it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But the fact is, like, life is short. This is what my thing was. And I hate to go on a diatribe about this, but this was my thing. Because last week, I was telling you my friend Hope joined. Mm-hmm. And they're going through breast cancer. She's doing great. She's the funniest human being I know. She posted a picture today with her shirt open, with all the tubes on it. And she's like... And she's hilarious. Her and her husband, I love them so much. But like, you wake up one day and shit goes south on you, or your health goes bad, or somebody gets in an act. Life is so short. Stop pretending like you don't want to just get out there and have fun with people. Yeah. And if you're married or in a relationship and you're committed, that should be the safest place to explore these things. Mm-hmm. So to your point, you know what? Just laugh and go, do you need help?
Yeah.
Need a hand?
Don't
Did you need a hand?
because you feel in a certain way about it is about your insecurities, about yourself, about your issues. It's not... Yeah, I can tell you already. I've been caught, when I was dating somebody, I'd jerk off. They came and caught me, and they got upset too. And in my mind, I'm like, well, you were busy. You know what I mean? You were doing something downstairs. I was trying to bother you. I was just trying to get this done and move on with my day. You know what I mean? So I think if you take away that animosity, that insecurity, it could be a bonding moment.
Yes. So, by the way, Megan, I did pull up your question. It happens to be that she sent it in. Usually I do this right before. Try to be good today and do it a little early. And I'll show you the picture. So, by the way, you guys are number 2, hell yeah, but you're number 1 in your viewers' eyes. So,
thank you, guys.
Shout out, Megan. I'll be sure to invite you to next year's Easter egg hunt. By the way, I attached pictures of the eggs so you can understand they range from 3 inches to 10 inches. Just like,
my God.
So there's the eggs.
Great.
So, all right. So tonight's question, how are you guys? Did you have a nice weekend? Did you get up to anything fun? I didn't even ask you. How was your week? Oh, we talked about the gym
Yeah,
today.
I didn't do shit.
Perfect. We didn't do shit.
Didn't do shit.
Great weekend.
Yeah, great weekend.
Yard, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I did nothing.
It's perfect.
Nothing. I did laundry, I think, Sunday. I adulted for a bit.
Yeah. All right. If you could wake up to any view outside your bedroom window, what would it be? If either of you say a naked lady, I'm going to slap you silly. Not.
Don't tease me with a good time.
Yeah, right? You're like, oh, this is even better now. But
Even better now. Woo.
So in other words, if you could really just wake up anywhere and just be happy, where would anywhere specific?
So there is this house in Lake Tahoe. It's like, I don't know, like a $25 million mansion. Have you ever seen it? If you can, it's like got a gondola going from one house to the other house.
That's fucking.
Oh, dude, it's sick. It's like it's the sickest house I've ever seen. Like we can but they have this view through the pine trees and freaking into Lake Tahoe that is absolutely just amazing. And it's this mountain view because it's on top of the mountain. So yeah, if I could wake up to that view, man, that'd be heaven.
I tell my wife all the time, as soon as my son hits the road, and I'm looking at you.
Kid's like, wait, you kicking me out? Wait,
No. I would never move in a million years from where we are because I love first of all, I made a really tough decision when I was going through the divorce. So he lives, and for you guys who don't know, my son lives in Pennsylvania for a long time. And people used to always really fuck with me and be like, oh, why don't you move to Pennsylvania? You should move closer.
Sucks, I live there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania does suck. But here's the thing. I knew where he lived, and my thought was the experience of being on the Jersey Shore would just be different. And I'm willing to take the commute, and I did it for 14 years.
Yeah.
But it paid off because he got to see 2 different worlds. Like he gets to go to, and you know what Pennsylvania's like. So out in Pennsylvania, a little bit out into corn, there's stuff there, but But then also the next weekend he's in Asbury, with all the graffiti and all the shit that goes on in Asbury. Yeah. And to me, it was a great balance.
Yeah. So growing up in Pennsylvania, I have to say that you get stuck in this box, this cul-de-sac of choices. I think it's great that you did that because literally, honestly, I think I did the same thing with my oldest son. I let him move to South Carolina when he was younger, to see what it was like. Because I feel like you need to do that as a human being, an individual to grow. You need to see outside of the conforms of the box of the place you lived in. Yeah.
So it paid off. I think it paid off, and we'll find out in a second from the peanut gallery here. But now that he's older, I love where we live. I like so I would want him to be here as long as he does. But if the day comes where he's like, all right, peace, I'm out, like I'm going to do adult shit, I want to wake up. I said to him, I was like, I want to wake up on an island somewhere, and maybe the only job we have is renting kayaks to tourists and shucking oysters on the beach.
That's cool.
I don't care. I'd like to live like that.
We're gonna need to take a break. The space in the memory card right here is out. There's no more space in the memory card.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah,
okay.
We're good.
All right. So we'll ask you anyway. So all right. So you had to live. I never even asked you. So you had to live, and you have to suffer through. And I hate saying this, but you suffered through the commute between 2 states. But do you feel like you got a balance of 2 different worlds in a good way?
I feel like it was good. I mean,
I would hope so. Now that he's, what if he was like, I fucking hate you, Dad?
Fucking walking home now.
No, but honestly, do you like the difference between 2 places?
It was so wild.
Hold it up closer to you.
It was so wildly different that I did very much appreciate it.
Oh, you hit the button?
Back at it.
There you go. Yeah, don't hit the button. So looking back, so do you like where we live now?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's why it'd be so hard. I mean, it'd be so hard to leave here now. But, depending on where he goes to college and all that stuff, we'll do. But, yeah, I'd love to live on a beach somewhere. So,
yeah. I would live in Colorado, too, or Oregon.
Oh, Colorado would be cool.
Idaho would be nice, too.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right.
You say you want to live on the beach and you haven't been to the beach in 3 years.
It's not about the Jersey Shore being on a beach. Like I've been to the beach so much as a kid. It's about and you don't really realize this because you don't go on many vacations yet. There's something about being on there's palm trees, coconuts, and blue water, and someone giving you drinks, and that laid back feeling.
Yeah.
Oh my
that
god.
there's no rushing around.
Yeah, it's well,
Like,
yeah, I
you're-
know. When
like,
I went,
yeah,
they were like,
yeah, dude, there's no rushing around here. Everything's fucking high pace. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's got shit to do.
told you, I
know?
was scratching my skin waiting for a fucking drink and just guacamole and chips. But then my wife looked at me, she's like, everything here is on island time. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Sarah from Calgary. I don't think
What's up, Canada?
so. She wrote in a question about her husband and her not having sex for 12 years.
Wow.
Okay, but she asked a question which we could definitely help you with. But she thinks that it's her fault. So she said, maybe it's my C-section. Maybe it's because I had 2 kids. Would a man find that as a turnoff as a husband? What exercises can I do to flatten it besides crunches and planks? I don't think I'll ever be able to completely get it flat. Should I just accept my marsupial body and change my name to Skippy? Because I feel like a kangaroo.
So yeah, so unfortunately, if you've had stretched skin there, or if you've had muscle damage, there's really you can get surgery.
Yeah, that's the only
but
thing,
there's
right?
really no exercise you can do that's gonna take care of that.
I will tell you this, Sarah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm married, and I truly, honestly say this with no thought in else. I don't care. I think my wife is the most beautiful person in the world, and all of it has to do with this. She's mine.
Yeah.
And so if you are married and gave birth to 2 great kids, your husband should fucking love you no matter what. That's that's just an asshole husband. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
yeah, it's kind of just a dick move.
yeah, like, you don't just have kids and be a
Yeah,
mom and all
my
stuff.
oldest kid's mom, she lost her boobs completely when after she got done breastfeeding. Freaking, I still thought she was pretty.
Yeah, just there's something about like that's your kid's mother, that's your wife.
Yeah.
Like I understand. Like I joke with my wife all the time. I tell her I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. She'll roll her eyes and be like, oh, whatever. I'm like, no, you don't understand how I see you as a mom and as a person, as a worker, and there's so much more that goes into it. So if your husband doesn't want to sleep with you because you had 2 kids, I'm just, in a nice way, just go fuck himself. So.
Or not in a nice way, and go fuck himself.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Just it's not worth it. So.
No.
All right. We're getting close to the end as always.
Right on.
Right on.
Can't believe the time flew by again.
Bro, time always flies by. So, an interesting question. Let's see. Oh, Tasha from New Orleans. All right. I hate cats. I put on my dating profile specifically, I was allergic to cats. On our date, I felt my eyes itching, which I knew was my allergies, but I didn't think it was really because he had a cat and had cat hair on his clothes.
Because he's a pussy.
When I got back to his place, I saw the cat and was pretty pissed off. So when he went to change, I let the cat out on purpose. By the way, the cat never came back. We are dating now.
Oh my God.
We are dating now, and he
Wait a minute. She left his cat out?
and never fucking came back.
Oh my God. Does he know?
No, so we're dating now, and I feel really bad because I know what it's like to lose a pet.
Oh,
Do I
God,
ever tell
no,
him?
Don't you ever fucking tell him.
Don't you ever
fucking tell him. Don't listen. I'm not a big cat person either, but you let the dude's fucking cat. How do you not know that there wasn't like say emotional baggage with like maybe that cat was like his mom's cat. His mom died, or like freaking like how do you know there's not some emotional attachment to that animal that you just fucked that up?
You can't, like, first of all, Tosh, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's horrible.
As much as he might be in, maybe he missed the
Don't get me
allergy
wrong, it's
part.
funny as
Maybe
shit.
he missed the allergy part. I never say this about people send in
It's
questions.
fucking crazy.
What kind of person are you to let his fucking animal out? Like, come on,
what type
Tasha.
of purpose? Like, who are you?
Tasha, you just took,
It's fucking terrible.
I couldn't imagine if somebody came, if I lost my
Listen,
dog.
I'd be honest with you. If you told me, I would dump your ass right there.
I'd be
I
so
would open
mad.
the door and say, "Get the fuck out of my house."
It's like that Fresh Pet commercial where the person opens the fridge and the dog food's in there and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you keep dog," and they kick the people out.
Yeah, there's certain
It's
things
so
you don't
great.
do.
You
There's
don't
just certain
do
things
that.
you don't do. Like you don't like what? God, I think I need to have a kid.
You let his fucking.
She's like, I don't like kids. You ain't want candy?
You just see that van over there that's
That man
unmarked.
over there? He's got candy.
He's got candy.
I'm like, no,
No.
you're a horrible person.
Can't let his fucking pet out. That's so
Fucking
crazy.
terrible. fucking cat's probably like, what the fuck?
You Tasha, you go to the grave with that
Have
one
you ever
too.
not watched any animal movies where freaking what happens when you let the cat out and they freaking they meet like a hood rat and they fucking they go through a horrible.
I
time.
think the theme of this episode is take it to the grave.
Yeah,
like that's take it to the grave.
Because so far everything that we've been brought up,
We're like take it to the grave.
Yeah, don't say shit. No, don't say anything. Listen, if you really love this guy, don't say anything. In fact, you should buy him another fucking cat.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every
Get him a
episode,
hairless cat so you're not allergic.
every episode that we've had, we always go, look, be completely honest. Tell the truth. You should communicate, right?
Yeah.
This episode, take that shit to the grave.
No, yeah, and this episode is ignorance is bliss.
Yes. Tim from California. I took my date to what she told me was her favorite restaurant, which oddly enough is fine. It's Olive Garden. That's fine. I don't particularly like Olive Garden, but whatever.
Your
the
favorite
worst fucking.
That's been your red flag right there.
Bro, Olive Garden's the worst fucking food ever.
It's like, where's your favorite place? Taco Bell.
Oh my god. Well, Taco Bell. I still prefer Taco Bell
Fuck Taco Bell. You're crazy.
over to Olive Garden. Olive Garden's the worst franchise restaurant ever.
I hate that bread.
By the way, Olive Garden is the best marketing commercials. The salad and the bread and all that shit looks
family.
great. It's fucking awful food.
It's terrible food.
All right, so I guess we're never getting a Olive Garden sponsorship.
Fuck Olive Garden.
So, but here's the thing. So he took her to Olive Garden. I did not know her ex works there, and it turned out he was our waiter.
That's amazing.
Okay, I couldn't ask
Love
to leave.
this.
I didn't want to stay, so he didn't know what to do. And he was a little pissed off because why would she ask me to take me there?
Because she fucking set you up, bro.
Now I can't help feeling like I know I ate there, and he definitely spit in my food.
Definitely spitting your food. She set you up.
Look, I read this question. I had two thoughts. A, do you think that she set him up?
Fuck yes,
or
100%.
B, do you? And by the way, she could be this kind of woman who's fucking nuts. That she purposefully did it because she wanted to send a message to Rex and be like, "Oh,
Yes.
I'm still dating." That's what I would think.
100%. 100%. That's she knew he worked at Olive Garden.
Yes.
First off, all right, let's backtrack. All right, I'll play devil's advocate. I'm not going to say she's a trifling bitch right away. All right, what I'm going to say is maybe they live in a small town. Where are they at in California?
Where the fuck was he from? California. So it's not a small town.
No.
Well, maybe. Okay, maybe. You're right.
Northern California. It could be a small town.
Could be. You're right.
There could be like a choice between like Lone Star, Olive Garden,
Gotcha.
and like, you know what I mean? So I'll play devil's advocate.
I'm giving it to you. Okay.
Right? Devil's advocate. Maybe
Okay.
she just really liked that place. Is the best
It's
choice.
based in town.
It's the best place in town.
Okay.
Right? So I'll play devil's advocate. But did she know he was there? Yes.
100%.
100% knew he was there.
Look, here's the problem I have, Tim. No matter fuck him about spitting in the food. I get why I'm not saying he did or didn't, but I understand.
Oh, he did.
Be mad.
He spit in your food.
Don't date somebody. If you're a guy, it's a big one. Do not date a woman who's going to constantly put you in situations where you got to fight.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
It's one of the reasons I learned how to fight.
Yeah,
Guys, that was true. I would go out with these girls and they would take me to parties where these dudes were dating.
Yeah, I want to fight.
And they'd want to fight me and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're doing it not because they're not getting hit.
I became a really good fighter though because of it.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in those situations. So get rid of those people.
Yeah, get rid of those people.
Mary from Tennessee.
What's up, Mary
Word
from
to your
Tennessee?
listeners. I bought a smart fridge that can text. Look at us talk about all these things today. I bought a smart fridge that can text, tweet, create food lists when you're running low on items. Kind of sounds like the fridge we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Every time I get up to snack, though, when my husband is sleeping, he set it to text him.
He's like, fat ass, get back to bed.
So, but now he's getting on me about my midnight eating habits while he's sleeping.
Well,
Is this fair, or do I accidentally kill the fridge? Look,
kill the fridge.
I don't think your husband should bag on you, but the fact that he knows you so well that he set it to text you when the door opens at night.
To me, that sounds like you guys have made a choice to eat healthier, and it sounds like you're cheating.
That is exactly what it sounds like.
What it sounds like to me. What's her name?
Mary from Tennessee.
Mary from Tennessee. It sounds like you and your husband made an agreement to eat better, and you're cheating in the middle of the night, and he caught you.
Yeah, why would you?
Yeah.
I would never set my fridge to do that, and to your point, unless we had an agreement
Yep.
and I was purposely
And
keeping track.
understand something. If that's the case, and that's what he's doing, he's not doing it to harp on you. He's doing it because he wants to see you succeed. Yeah.
Yes,
He wants to see you succeed.
and he wants to just
Yeah. He wants to be healthy.
All right, last question, and then we'll wrap this up.
All right.
Isabel from Boston. This is an interesting one, so I think it's a good one to end up on, and I'll just make sure we didn't miss any of our regulars. Although I think we did a good job.
Yep.
Isabel from Boston. How important is sex really? Do you think the lack of sex in a relationship really has the chance to end it? I love my husband. He's everything I could ask for, but my libido is not once what it was. And honestly, I get lazy about it. But it dawned on me the other day that what if he cheated? Would it really be my fault? In a very honest way, can you guys talk about this and guide some of us that may be thinking the same thing or as we're getting older struggling with this question?
Yeah. So, wow. So sex is important for intimacy, right? So women feel intimacy, through connections, right? But men specifically feel intimacy through sex. They really do. Everybody acts like men just want to bang, bang, bang. But in all honesty, freaking guys connect better through physical connection, and then they do more of an emotional connection, right? Because that's their emotional connection. Because it's hard for guys to open up. So yeah, sex is important. I think it's a big deal. But on the flip side, if you're with somebody you really love, I mean, again, this comes down to communication, and if you're not feeling like your libido's gone, then I would go get tested and see where you're at, because it is one of something that keeps you young. It's proven fact. The more sex you have throughout your life, with the right partner, with the right person, it actually keeps you young. It actually, it sets off all these hormones that you juvenize your skin and make you healthier and blah, 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 blah. So I think just if you feel like your libido's down, if you feel like you don't have a sexual drive, I would definitely go get looked at by a doctor and see what your eating habits are. Because usually 9 times out of 10, it's your blood pressure that's acting up. And you're not getting the proper blood flow where you need it to be. So I would go get those things looked at.
Yeah, I would say 2 things. First of all, Chris, the one thing that women don't realize, and Chris has said it, and actually me and you were talking about it in the gym the other day, is that women have now, especially when you go into perimenopause and menopause, your hormones change so dramatically. Your energy goes down, libido, motivation. But what a lot of women don't realize is there's a lot of great hormone clinics. There's a lot of great, you should definitely get a hormone panel, a vitamin test.
Well, women also benefit from taking testosterone also.
100%.
I know plenty of women that are in their 60s that take testosterone.
Yeah, so you need to find out, do you have a vitamin deficiency? Is it something hormone related, right? Because nowadays, the beautiful part of medicine, as much as people want to, and I get it, the pharma industry and all stuff is kind of nuts and everything's for profit, but there's amazing medical breakthroughs and amazing things that can make sure that you live the best life you can.
Yeah, they have women's Viagra out there.
Yes, they have
stuff. Women's Viagra, you know what I mean? And I think to keep a relationship going strong, I think that intimacy is highly important.
Yes, look, you didn't get married. First of all, you didn't get married to have a roommate.
No.
The one thing I heard somebody say one time is, and it's about, and I'll say 2 things, and this is the way I'll say it first. What differentiates your husband from somebody else if you're not sleeping? If you haven't had sex in years, what differentiates him or your wife from a roommate?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think I was listening to a podcast and they said it perfectly. I think all intimacy counts. I think, are you holding hands? Are you kissing? Are you hugging? Not
making an effort to take a date.
Yeah, not just to have sex. Like, are you showing affection to each other?
Are you making eye contact?
Yeah, like I gotta be honest. Like someone actually said that the best way to start a morning to reduce your cortisol is to kiss for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And you think about that's not a big deal, but how many times you actually get up and before you pick up a phone, you do anything, you stop with your partner to say, "Can I get a hug and kiss you before this day starts?"
Yeah, kissing's great. Kissing's great. We do eye contact's another one.
Yeah.
Simple eye contact before you kiss and stuff is actually a great way to spike that cortisol level.
And I think if you do those things, if you do date nights, and the big one for me, and I think a lot of people forget this too. Don't forget to compliment your partner.
Yeah.
Hey, you look great today. Hey, I'm proud of you. Hey, just want to remind you I love you.
Here's something though. So I'm one of those guys, right? I'm one of those guys that if I'm dating you, I'm going to compliment you.
Yeah.
You get your nails done, you get your hair done. You wake up that morning, your ass is looking good. I'm going to tell you, you look good. On the flip side of this, and this is women, I need you to hear me here.
Ooh.
Yes, because it's direct. Because it happens a lot when men compliment women. They'll say something negative back. Oh, you're just saying that. Oh, you're just trying to say that if you can because you want to get laid, or you're just trying to butter me up, or you think they're just trying to play. And take the fucking compliment, man.
Take it.
Take the compliment. Stop trying to look for a reason. Just say thank you. Thank you. I try really, you know what I mean? 9 times, I'm a simple man, and most guys are.
Yeah.
We just
simple
literally,
creatures.
we literally just say what's on our mind. You know what I mean? If I look at you and I look over and I go, damn, you look fucking hot. I mean that shit. I'm not just trying to fucking,
We're already dating.
Yeah, we're already dating.
sleeping
I'm
together.
already in. I'm not trying to butter your biscuit. I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. You look
Yeah.
fucking hot. You know what I mean? So when somebody gives you a compliment, just fucking say thank you.
Yeah, I think I would be laugh if you go back, if you're not having sex, I would tell you that you can go through all those things. Compliments, hand holding, eye contact, kissing, hugging. None of that probably is existing right now. And and don't get me wrong, when you get to the point where maybe, and I know with Viagra and everything, you could have sex forever, but when you're 80, maybe intimacy isn't sex all the time, but it's still slow dancing together and hugging and kissing and holding hands.
My grandparents, cooking.
Yeah, cook together.
They would do cooking together. They would do gardening together. They would go for long walks. I'll never forget when we caught them. They were like 76 and 78, and we caught them still having sex. Freaking you know what I mean? Freaking, they were still sleeping in the same bed together. And again, what they were doing, like so Pop Pop was working out. Pop Pop was eating right. She was eating right. They were both very healthy. So again, if your libido's dropping, and you feel like you're not sexually active, like you don't want to be, then there's something going on.
Get it checked
mentally and physically, so you have to get it worked out.
Yeah. So look, and so to bring the podcast to an end, obviously, hey, episode 13 is in the books. We've now been doing this for a couple months. Number 2 trending, which is fantastic. The questions keep getting better. We really appreciate you guys. But, one of the things I'm starting to see, which is really nice, is people writing back about the advice and saying how much
we love the follow-ups, man. Yeah, we love the follow-ups.
Yeah, how much they appreciate it. We try our best to really consider, we're not just, as much as we love to be entertaining, and some of the shit is so funny, and when I appreciate it.
Great.
But we really care about you guys. We want to give you guys good advice. We want people to really listen to what we're saying. We're not saying we're experts on everything, but we're definitely saying we've been around the block a lot. And, sometimes, that sounds like shit.
I'm a virgin.
We have a lot of life experience, let's say it that way.
Yeah.
And, but we appreciate you. We love you guys. We're not number 2 just because of me and Chris. We're number 2 only because of all the questions and the viewerships and everything that you guys do out there. So from the bottom of my heart, as always, I just want to say thank you. And I'll turn it over to you there, sir.
Listen, number 13.
Number 13.
Episode 13. We call that a wrap, man. It was a great show. I want to thank everybody. For always writing in. I want to get more people writing in. I want more stories. I want to share your stories. That's what I want to do. I want to share your stories. Again, because this show isn't about us. It's about you. Because it's never just about me. It's always about we. Right? We change the world together. So thank you for trusting us. Thank you for following us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go to the podcast. Make it number 1. Let's make this. Because listen, the quicker we get to number 1, quicker we come to your town. Right?
That'd be great.
Right? We can take this show on the road, bro. If we can do an open forum where we ask you questions right there in front of fucking the whole audience. Like, that would be amazing, right? So let's make this show number 1. Let's make it huge so we can come to your town. And the shirts are coming soon.
Oh, we're now turning the corner to merch time.
Yeah, merch time. So the shirts are coming soon. Blanket contest. Let's talk about the blanket contest before we get done.
Just a reminder, next week in studio will be the blankets. Yeah. And we are starting when this episode drops. So this episode will drop this week. From the start of this episode, we are going to start looking at who likes, shares, and subscribes. Mm-hmm. And we want you guys to at least do one of those things, especially if you share to your story. I think it's fantastic. And what we'll do is on air, we will pull a name.
And that's what I'll do too. So this way we can make it more fair. So if you watch our lives, it shows me at the end on TikTok who
joined, who watched the whole thing.
Yeah, who gave the most gifts and who shared the most or whatever. It shows me this. It shows me the analytics. And you guys do that on here also, and I'll make sure I write it down every week. And we'll do a poll together, and whoever wins this blanket, wins these blankets, which is so funny. So funny. I still can't believe we're doing that. And the calendar's coming out soon. So that's coming out soon. Kevin's Crazy Pickles. Shout out to Kevin. Crazy Pickles. Brought him out, bro. Wish you much success, my friend. As always, man, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. And this is Advice Unfiltered.